Wouldn't that be a stupid thing for me to say?
What is actually
President Trump bluntly responded when a reporter asked which countries may be added to the travel ban list. He said, "Wouldn't that be a stupid thing for me to say?" Trump expressed disbelief, saying he couldn't believe a reporter would ask such a question.
You might target your next travel ban?
Say it.
Can you say which countries you might target in your next travel ban?
Wouldn't that be a stupid thing for me to say? I said, which countries am I going to target for the next travel ban? Can you believe somebody would ask that question?
In terms of the ceasefire,
Yeah.
is there anything you can do in terms of pressuring Russia or in terms of
Yeah.
sanctions? Or
Yeah,
what can you do?
we can, but I hope it's not going to be necessary. Sure, we can pressure. We can do that with Russia.
During a press briefing on Wednesday, President Trump was asked about how the US could pressure Russia into accepting a ceasefire with Ukraine. Trump responded by saying, "I hope it won't be necessary," but added that the US has ways to apply pressure. He then pointed out Russia's actions in the past, such as taking Georgia under Bush, Crimea under Obama, and trying to take more under Biden. Trump emphasized that under his administration, Russia never took anything and credited himself for stopping the Nord Stream 2 pipelines, calling his approach to Russia the toughest ever.
You said earlier that it was now up to Russia in terms of the ceasefire.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can do in terms of pressuring Russia or in terms of
Yeah.
sanctions? Or
Yeah,
what can you do?
we can, but I hope it's not going to be necessary. Sure, we can pressure. We can do that with Russia. Remember this, Russia took Georgia from Bush, right? They took Crimea from a man named Obama, Barack Hussein Obama, right? They tried to take the whole thing from Biden. They're going for the whole ball of wax. Who was the only one that never took anything from? Trump. And in fact, I'm the one that stopped Nord Stream 2, the pipeline, the biggest pipeline anywhere in the world. I stopped it. It was dead. And then Biden got in and he approved it. Nobody mentions that. What I did to Russia was very tough. I was the toughest ever. But nope, they never took anything from me. They took them from Obama and Bush, and they took it from Sleepy Joe Biden. With Biden, they wanted to take the whole country, but I think I've stopped that, but we'll see. But yeah, there are things you could do that wouldn't be pleasant in a financial sense. I can do things financially that would be very bad for Russia. I don't want to do that because I want to get peace. I want to see peace, and we'll see. But in a financial sense, yeah, we could do things very bad for Russia. It would be devastating for Russia, but I don't want to do that because I want to see peace. And we're getting close to maybe getting something done. We've got Ukraine done, and as you know, I've always said that Ukraine might have been the more difficult party. You were here a week ago when some interesting things happened. I had somebody that didn't seem to want peace. Now he's agreed to peace. So we'll see what happens.
Assembly member and the New York City mayoral candidate Zoran Mandani was seen in Albany shouting at Homan over the Trump administration crackdown on illegal immigration and the recent detention of Mahmoud Kali, a Columbia University student and anti-Israel activist. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt recently addressed questions regarding President Trump's upcoming meeting with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. Leavitt expressed confidence in the administration's commitment to NATO, emphasizing the importance of the alliance in ensuring global security. She highlighted that the meeting would focus on discussing various security challenges and strengthening NATO's role in addressing them.
I'm quite confident, as he always does when it comes to NATO. He will urge the NATO secretary the president's belief that NATO countries need to pay their fair share for their own defense. We have been spending billions and billions of dollars on NATO, which the president agrees with, so long as other countries are paying their fair share.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If today is your first time, please support the channel by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Notice family for your top highlights and top trending videos And without wasting much more time, let's dive into it. During a meeting with the Irish Prime Minister Michael Martin at the White House, President Donald Trump was asked about Rosie O'Donnell's recent move to Ireland. Trump quipped that Ireland would be better off not knowing her.
You let Rosie O'Donnell move to Ireland. I think she's going to lower your happiness level.
That's true. Thank you. I like that question. Do you know you have Rosie O'Donnell? Do you know who she is? Do you know who she is?
I'm joking.
You're better off not knowing.
O'Donnell, a vocal Trump critic, relocated in January, citing a desire for a safer environment. She praised Ireland welcoming people, and she is pursuing Irish citizenship due to her family roots. During a meeting with the Irish Prime Minister Michael Martin in the Oval Office, President Donald Trump commented on Ireland's housing situation, suggesting it is a positive indicator of the country's success. He remarked that the housing crisis is better than the other way, implying it is preferable to have higher demand for housing due to people wanting to live in Ireland.
Give the Taoiseach some advice. Could you give the Taoiseach some advice? Ireland is in the midst of a housing crisis now, and I know you have a lot of experience as a businessman. How can the state build tens of thousands of houses at speed?
You know why they have a housing crisis? Because they're doing so well. They can't produce houses fast enough. That's a good problem, not a bad problem. That's a pretty good answer, President. Congratulations. No, it's true.
Will you put more tariffs on the EU, Mr. President?
During a meeting with the Irish Prime Minister Michael Martin in the Oval Office, Donald Trump couldn't help but get distracted by J.D. Vance socks. While trying to stay focused on the conversation, he joked about the socks, saying they were so eye-catching that he just couldn't stop looking at them. Trump even jokingly linked the socks to inflation, making a light of the situation and adding a funny moment to the otherwise serious meeting.
By the way, just got released. Inflation is way down, and it's based on what we've done, and we've done it in a very short period of time. You know, we had virtually no inflation. For 4 years, we had almost no inflation, and when these characters took over, we went from no inflation to the worst inflation probably in the history of our country. So it's very interesting. Go ahead.
Are you going to retaliate against me?
And by the way, I have to speak of inflation. I love these socks. What's with these socks?
It's in honor of the Taoiseach.
I'm trying to stay focused, but I'm very impressed with the VP's socks.
Alright guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and hope to see you in the next video.